Right, I made my first stop, and I have to say, I stopped doing the astrology, numerology readings, like from the pictures of what was happening, because whereas a lot of people make their videos and they talk about all the positive stuff, love is coming in and all that kind of stuff. I see different things when I look at the what's happening, right? And so I see the destruction. I see the warnings, I see the fires, the floods, the chaos, the wars. I see that kind of stuff. And you do need both, because people need encouragement. And I really would like to encourage you guys. That's why I do the affirmations. Do the affirmations and send you guys the encouragement. But the reality is that for these next 6.5 years, there's a lot of the not so peaches and cream happening. And while in the midst of that, you can have joy and happiness by being content in your situation. And you can find love during this chaotic time. You can buy a house, start a business, get a new job. You can do all of those things in the midst of what is considered a chaotic environment. But I think that it is wise to be aware. So if you know that destruction is coming to where you are at, you can make a decision to move. One of the stories I heard from the flood in Texas was a woman was sitting outside watching things, and then she was like, oh, this doesn't look good. And just her and her family got up and left. No warnings from anyone else, from any outsiders. Just something within her said, this doesn't look good. And now authorities are saying that the fact that she left when she did is probably what saved her life. That's what I do. Warning comes before destruction. I give you the opportunity to be warned and to make decisions accordingly. Now, if you make the decisions, a lot of people, this is what happens. They listen and then they say, oh, nothing happened. That's because you listen. The ones who don't listen, then you end up with other things happening. Now, every once in a while, I have somebody come back and say, well, I didn't listen and this did happen. People don't like to tell me that they didn't listen to me and such happened. And that's okay. But understand that the universal life force energy always wants you to have an opportunity for success and for life and for living and for love and for joy. So although these destructive things have to come, it is not for everyone to experience, right? You don't have to be caught up in the destruction. You don't have to be swept away in the flood. You don't have to be at home when the fire occurs. If you have insurance, you can replace the house, you can replace those things. You cannot replace this current life. Now, with all the things happening, I said maybe in August I would go back to giving you guys detailed information about what's going on, what's transpiring. And there's a 6-day window. And there's a 6-day window because it's 3 days before or 3 days after, right? So if I say it's happening, let's just say August 1st. That could be the 3 days before August 1st or 3 days after August 1st. It's that time frame. So you have to be on guard. So if I see chaotic, destructive energy, that's what it is. Now, you guys are lucky. It used to be when I would see these things, I would see them like 10 years ahead, 5 years ahead, 1 year ahead kind of thing. And then, not so concise to give you kind of like a news report. Like now, next week, you need to be prepared kind of thing. Or at least I wasn't conscious of it. Things were always happening, but I wasn't recording them so that I could see. And that's what I've been doing for the past 20 plus years. I record things so that I can understand the timing. Anyway, Now, I'm going to finish on, carry on. It's hot, got to make good use of this day, this daylight. I travel in daylight as much as I can. So, you guys have a good one. If you're interested in seeing the predictions, I am going to follow back up with the numerology, because I think it's important for you guys to understand the numbers. The stars and the numbers are the basis of our reality. So, all right then. Bye.